All right, let's get right into it. If you've been anywhere near crypto social media recently, I bet you've seen one name just everywhere: Zora. So today, we're going to dig in and figure out what this thing actually is and why it's making such a huge splash.
So, why is everyone suddenly talking about it? Well, this number. This number says it all, doesn't it? A 724% price jump in just 30 days. I mean, wow. That's not just a little bump. That's explosive. And that kind of move never happens by accident, right? So let's break down what's really going on behind this mania.
And this really gets to the heart of what Zora is trying to do. It's asking a pretty big question about the internet as we know it. Think about it. What if every single post you make, every photo you share, had real, actual value? And that value came straight back to you, instead of just making the platform richer.
Okay, so what is it? Well, in simple terms, Zora is an on-chain social network. The easiest way to wrap your head around it is to just picture Instagram, but built on the blockchain. The huge, game-changing difference, though, is all about who owns what and who gets paid.
And this is where the model gets completely flipped on its head. On the old social media, right, you post to get likes, you post to get shares, and the whole time, the platform is the one making money off your data and your content. Zora's model, totally different. Here, you're posting for value. The whole system is designed to make sure that that value flows right back into the creator's pocket. So you're probably asking, how does that even work? Well, on Zora, when you post something, it's not just pixels on a screen. It can actually become a token, a unique digital asset. Even your profile itself becomes something called a creator coin. And these things, they can be bought, sold, and traded. It's literally creating a whole new economy built around the content itself.
Okay, so the idea is pretty cool, right? But an interesting idea alone doesn't explain that massive price explosion we saw. To get why everyone's talking about it now, we've got to look at the timeline. There were some key moments. So for a while after it launched in April, the token just sat there. Not much was happening. But then, July 16th, that's when the game changed. Zora got integrated into the official Base app. And just 4 days later, the price went absolutely parabolic. Suddenly, it was super easy for anyone to jump in, mint tokens, and play around. The activity just went through the roof. I mean, it got so big that for a while, Zora's activity on Base was pushing out more daily token launches than the entire Solana network. Think about that for a second.
And the scale here is just staggering. The project's market cap blew up to over $300 million. And what's really interesting is that only about a third of the total supply is even out there right now. So that valuation, it shows just how much demand is packed into this brand new ecosystem.
All right, so we get what it is and we know why it popped off, but what's the actual engine here? You know, how does posting a photo actually turn into a real, functioning economy? Let's get into the nitty-gritty.
The whole thing is built around this really clever idea they call the flywheel effect. It's basically an economic loop. It's designed so that literally everything you do on the platform, posting, buying, selling, you name it, it all feeds back and creates more demand for the main Zora token. It's a self-reinforcing system.
Okay, let me walk you through it. It's actually pretty straightforward when you break it down. Step 1, a creator makes a post. Simple enough. But behind the scenes, that post automatically creates its own token. Then, that post token gets linked up to the creator's personal creator coin, the one they got when they first joined. And then, finally, that creator coin is linked to the main Zora token. You see that chain reaction? Every single post sends a ripple effect right back to the core token, creating constant demand. So where does the actual cash for the creator come from? Well, it's all about a small tax. Whenever someone sells a creator's coin, there's a 3% tax on that sale. The creator gets half of that, 1.5%. Boom, straight to their wallet. The other 1.5% goes to the Zora protocol itself. And that's not all. Creators also win if their coin just goes up in value because more people are into their stuff. So there are a couple of ways to earn. Look, this all sounds incredibly ambitious, maybe even revolutionary. But whenever you see a project go vertical like this, you have to ask the big question. Is this the real deal, a sustainable new model, or is it just a temporary bubble fueled by hype? Let's dig into both sides of that argument. All right, first up, the skeptics.
Their argument is basically this. Zora is cool, it's interesting, but it doesn't really solve a core crypto problem. They see it as being all about hype and speculation right now, and they're not convinced it has the legs to actually, revolutionize social media for good.
But then you have the other side of the coin, the optimists, the bulls. They see this as a genuine innovation. They're looking at it as a potential long-term play that could completely change the game for how creators get paid. For them, Zora is solving a huge problem. It's just not a technical crypto problem, it's a very human problem of creator compensation.
So that's really the heart of the debate, isn't it? Is this just another hype-driven speculative play? Or are we watching the very beginning of a whole new creator economy being built from scratch? A fundamental shift in how we value content online.
So we've looked at what Zora is, how its engine works, and the big debate swirling around it. What's the one big takeaway here? What's the crucial point?
It really all boils down to this one question. Is this the actual future of the creator economy, or is it just another passing crypto fad? A fascinating experiment that will eventually fade away? I guess only time is going to tell on that one. Thanks for tuning in.